Hey,
it's actually 7 o'clock.
Man, it is 7 o'clock. It is Sunday. Hold on. I got to share this. Why don't you go and talk a little bit?
Hey, welcome to the show, y'all. It's kind of a little bit off our normal set, if you will. We're still working that out. John is going to be sharing it from his page. I'm Ryan White.
I'm John
Pope.
We got a special guest. I'm excited. Look.
I'm Zach Bergman.
That's right.
You're watching
the Chain Gang.
All right. Well, I'm going to let Ryan talk for a second so I can.
Yeah. So I just want to lead this show off because I got something on my mind.
It's going to be interesting.
All right. So I need to know, first of all, y'all out there watching, like and share our page. Get this out amongst the people. But do you have a saying that you use that you are unaware of that you use on a pretty frequent basis? So it was just brought to my attention here recently that I say,
it's good stuff, man.
Yeah, man, a lot. And I didn't even know it. So now I'm going to switch it up and it's going to be like, yes, sir.
No, here's the thing is like, we are totally like, I want some, like every time I talk to Ryan, he's like, yeah, man. Yeah, man. And he didn't realize, maybe he didn't realize.
I didn't.
But you say it all the time, and it's cool. Like, I like it. So I've been trying to say it, like, at work, at home. So when a client asks me, like, should I invest in this stock? I'm like, yeah, man.
So maybe we need to get a shirt, hashtag, yeah, man.
Zach, you got a saying you say all the time, like, yeah, man, or something?
I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I like that one. I like the yeah, man.
Is anybody out there that knows Zach? Does he have a saying that he uses?
Everyone knows Zach. Zach's like a celebrity. That's why we have him on tonight.
That's right.
So
we're the best talk show number one ranked talk show in Rogersville.
The number one ranked. Yeah, Did you know that?
I'd only come because you guys are the best.
That's what we're talking about.
We're trying to get on ESPN, the Ocho. Have you seen that show?
Oh, yeah.
That channel. Hey, I got to tell you, like, and I'm going to throw a shout out to this lady because she was making fun of my headbands. Well, like, I like wearing headbands. I don't know why.
You wear them.
I wear them all the time. I told Bernie I'm going to buy him a headband because he made fun of mine the other night. But
it's all fine.
JC Dishman.
Kimberly Bergman says, it's all fine.
Oh, I do say it's fine.
Rick, I wore this shirt just for you. Legitimately, this is why I wore it.
So your mom said it's
I do say it's fine a lot because every time she's on my case, I'll just say it's fine.
So like your parents are like riding you, you say it's fine.
Yeah, pretty much. I try to get them off of my case, but it usually doesn't work.
Who's harder on you, mom or dad?
My dad doesn't want to be. My dad just lets my mom take over.
Okay.
My dad just lets my mom say the things he wants to say.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're getting some.
Man, I'm getting hammered out there.
So
put that stuff up.
I don't know how to do it anymore.
Use your mouse and click add to
podcast. You're right. So we got a TV sitting in front of us now that like this isn't our studio. So we want to thank the Resource Center Studios for letting us borrow their studios till ours is done.
Yeah, that's my fault.
It's Ryan's fault.
Yeah.
But it's so different. Like, so I don't have any graphics for you tonight. I don't have any of this stuff, and that's fine. Once in a while,
they tune in to see us. I mean, really.
But I don't know, Ryan. Now I can make fun of you at work and on here.
Great.
Is this a new fan?
I'm not saying yeah, man anymore.
No, I love it.
It's retired today.
You don't retire it. Like I want that to be a shirt that says yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Like, wouldn't you like if you
I wear a shirt?
You would wear it, right?
Yeah,
Zach
man.
You'd wear it. So
okay.
So I was saying about my headband. JC Dishman, which is Coach Dishman's daughter, was making fun of my headband. So my headbands. Mm-hmm. So I wore an OU one for her because she's a KU fan, I think. And her
just threw up in my mouth.
Her fiance is a Texas fan.
Oh my, that's way worse.
Yeah. So I got to say real quick, we're going to move on to, well, I want to say this before.
Go ahead.
I don't know how to start this.
Yeah, it's just ease into it.
You're looking good. Yeah. Like, I mean, are you bulking up or what?
I've been lifting a little bit.
Have you? Where you been lifting at?
Getting back into it. I've been lifting at Kingdom Fitness.
I know, right?
Doing work.
I
think we posted a video about that.
Well, I mean, I was encouraging you and you were doing the work.
Yeah.
But
that's why I wore this shirt.
You've got some.
I feel confident.
Your guns are,
as they say, they're under layers and layers upon.
Can I get a quick double fronting? Double fronting. Oh yeah.
Hey, and you get that from Bergman. I mean, That's a huge deal.
That's saying something, man.
Yeah, JC says puke and
Rally
rally
at the moment.
because I am having to see you in that headband. JC, you love it. You know you love it.
Love it.
So, all right. Hey, we do not have graphics this week, and so we apologize. The studio's a little bit different. We're moving into our studios at some
as soon
point.
as I get my crap done.
But we wanted to shout out to our sponsor, Kingdom Fitness, 417.
Yeah.
Legitimately, a wonderful little gym here in Rogersville.
Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah.
We just go in there, we do our thing. We're kind of loud and rowdy, and it doesn't really seem to bother anybody.
We're loud and rowdy only when there's no one else in there, though.
Hey, Zach, when y'all are hitting the weights pretty hard, does it get kind of crazy?
Oh, yeah, it gets loud.
Yeah. You got the music just blaring?
Yeah, Coach Talbot has to cool us down a little bit sometimes.
But that's okay.
He puts up like 410 on the bench.
You're so full of crap, dude.
What have you been? What have you been?
I'm at 245 right now.
Wow. Goodness.
What did I do the other day?
You did 225 for sets.
I'm old as crap, and I haven't lifted in forever.
You know what's cool about, like, honestly going there is they've got a bunch of high school.
Is that one right down the road? Like, not too far, is it?
Yeah, it's just right down.
Oh, yeah, that
there.
looks sweet, and it looks good, yeah. Once I'm done high school, I'm going to try to get in there a little bit before college. So.
You want to come lift with us?
Dude, you don't know.
Yeah.
We're going to live with Bergman? Oh, man. So, Camito was in there.
Camitos, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
They're
we've seen
always
the
in
Camito
there.
boys
Big
in there.
Camito. I don't,
John. The other John.
Yeah, John from soccer.
Okay.
Big John.
Real tall guy.
Yeah, John Fetters, yeah.
But Camito, like, he wears a helmet. So, I don't know what he looks like. I'm just always calling his name.
Oh,
Like,
you're saying
Well,
like
there's
Phillip?
two of them.
Philip and Patrick.
The oldest one.
Patrick's the...
Philip's
Okay.
always in there, yeah.
And Patrick, he's still in school, right?
Yeah, and Philip is too.
Oh,
Philip's senior.
I thought Philip was graduating.
but he's graduating with
He's graduating
you.
with me, yeah.
So, he's gone off the football team.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that dude can lift.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Don't tell him I said that. But,
Oh,
Brick house, man.
Yeah,
he can't lift like
he'd love
we
to
do.
hear us talking about it.
well, he can't lift like we do.
Okay.
No.
I'll let him know you said it.
No, he can lift. I mean, that dude's strong.
Yeah, he's strong.
So,
Strong
but
guy.
what's cool is we go in there and we say, "Are you on the football team?" And like, I mean, we're talking to freshmen to probably seniors. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm just saying, yeah.
But I mean, they're
not
in
saying
there
man.
doing the work.
Working, yeah.
So
It's a good little gym.
yeah. So are you going to come and lift with us one day?
Hey, if you set a time, I'll be there.
All right. Hey,
That's my guy
that's
right there.
awesome. I'm excited. So I want to thank Kingdom Fitness 417 for being our sponsor. So, and it's a new sponsor, so we're excited.
Yeah, we're excited about that.
We've got two new ones. Sorry.
Get out of there, dude. It's okay.
We got two new ones coming on in a few weeks once we're done with our sponsor, and we will be filled up for this show. We
Man.
really can't do any more.
Are we filling our quota?
We're filling the quota.
Do we have a quota?
Not really,
I
but
didn't
I
think
mean,
so.
we have an amount that we can't really.
So
do
I guess
more.
really what we're saying is thanks to everybody out there, honestly, that tunes in and watches, because we're not going to get sponsors if people aren't watching. And
Well, they're only
being
watching
engaged.
tonight because we have Zach on.
That's very true.
I hope so.
At least he's honest. So, hey, we're going to move in real quick to some quick high school updates. We're going to go through this, folks, fast because we want to spend as much time as we can with Zach. Zach has been he is graduating this year, and he has been one of our favorite players to watch, and we just wanted to kind of have an end of the what?
Yeah.
End of
it's
the
kind
high
the
school
end of his
career.
at ROG.
So we wanted to talk about that real quick. Our executive producer did this for me today, and I was really excited. I'm just going to read this. I mean, should I? She wrote it like I should be reading it from a teleprompter.
A lot. Let it rip, dude. I'm going to sit back and watch.
Okay, so LR baseball highlights for the week. This week in LR baseball, the Cats had nothing but W's. They started this with a rally against Monette. Monday winning 11-7. The game against Mountain Grove was postponed on Tuesday. Next, the Cats took on Reed Spring Wolves and came out with a huge 12-1 victory. Kinsey is calling Bella. So, Ross Lawrence, is it Lawrence? Sorry.
Yeah.
Provided a 5-inning complete game. That's amazing. He's a freshman. Friday, the Cats played the state-ranked Pleasant Hill and won 14-7.
Beat them down.
Bam. They went home crying.
In Pleasant Hill up by Kansas City.
Yeah, that's huge. Curry Sutherland went 5 innings, and Drew Corneliuson had a grand slam. Then Saturday, they played 2 games, one against Lee Summit and the other against Belton. They won against Lee Summit 12-3 with Tanner Peterson, and he's a sophomore, right?
Tanner's a junior.
Tanner?
Yeah. Tanner.
Okay, so Tanner's a junior. 7 innings with 77 pitches, huge. The Cats followed that with a big win, 12-0 victory over Belton. Cats improved to 18-4 on the season. Torrin Trent with 4 innings, a scoreless relief, and a grand slam by Noah Carroll.
Yeah, they're both sophomores, so.
That's huge.
Hey, I got a question.
I'm snacked.
Hey, you need to hold on a second.
Hold on.
Zach, no, stop.
Can I finish the...
No.
Okay.
Zach, is Tanner as fast as he looks like from where we sit?
Oh, yeah, no, Tanner's fast. Yeah, Tanner. His speed off the, like, even for just football, I mean, I can't say as much of baseball as I don't play with him, but football, just his, like, break speed is, he's fast.
He looks, I mean, he seems to always run away.
And he is funny because, like, he doesn't, in football, he makes huge catches. And it may be one, I mean, he makes a lot of catches, but, I mean, he may have, I remember Mount Vernon was a huge catch.
Out of nowhere, yeah.
Boom. I mean, I don't know we'd have moved on without that catch.
Yeah, no, that was huge. No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Can I move on now?
You may.
Hey, you're not bothering
Okay, Zach.
You may.
Ryan, thank you. Okay, so we are next home game will be Wednesday against Mountain Grove at 4 p.m. and we have a chance to win the Big 8 East if we win that game.
We will.
We will. Lock it down.
We're going to win it.
Yeah, man.
I'm not saying it. I'm going to let you say it.
No, you're going to start say it. You're going to make me mad.
Yeah, man.
Okay, there we go. Love it. Okay, so boys golf, second place in the Big 8 conference. Cannon Gibson shot 81, and Max Golf and Addie Miller coming in at 85. Those are 2 of your basketball teammates.
Oh, yeah, those are my best friends, so.
They're your best friends?
Those golf guys, yeah, so they're my close.
So Max
guys.
Golf and Cannon Gibson?
Oh, yeah, and Addie, yeah.
Addie Miller, awesome.
I don't see TJ and Daniel on there, so I'm not going to say too much, but.
Do you want to do a shout out?
I mean, I can't shout them out for not getting up there. So.
You got to produce.
But yeah, it's good stuff.
I love it, man. Having Zach's on is fun already. Okay, so I'm trying to move through this. So, ladies soccer team had a challenging week with a loss to Webb City on Monday, 4-1, followed by a 3-1 loss to New Covenant. The ladies have 2 games at home this week. Tuesday against Marshfield. That would be a good game.
Let's do it.
4:30 and Wednesday against Central at 6.
Okay. And we've been saying get out and represent.
Get out and
support them girls.
Yep. And then Zach, you mentioned she wrote you up, man.
Oh, did she really?
Yeah, she did write your brother, but I'm telling you, like, I knew who it was.
Okay,
I mean,
no, it's okay.
So Alicia had your brother for school.
Third grade.
I'm getting snagged on this. Okay, so we had 3 familiar senior names that signed on to continue their sports careers this week. One of them is Ethan Bergman. I'm just kidding. We got Zach Bergman going to Missouri Southern.
Oh, yeah.
playing linebacker for
playing football. We're going to talk about that here in a second. Chelsea Schotzer.
That's Alley Cat's volleyball coach.
To Avila. Is Avila volleyball? So we're excited to watch her play next year. And Lakin Leonard Doozy, and I called her Doozy during the games because she's amazing, signing with Evangel Soccer.
Dude.
Yeah.
Staying close to home, too.
Staying close to home. We'll get to watch her a little bit.
I like it. I like it.
So that is your high school roundup for the week. And our favorite time is to name the Hometown Furniture Athletes of the Week.
Best time.
Best time.
Best part of the show.
And we only have for the boys this week. And we have Drew Corneliuson.
Yeah, man.
And I'm gonna read what his coach said real quick because I always like when the coach says it, not me. I'd probably say Drew Corneliuson. He's got 3 grand slams.
I've never hit one in a game.
I've never hit a home run, but I did. And he's got a hit one this weekend against ranked Pleasant Hill, and currently hitting 400 with over 30 RBIs.
That's impressive.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Well done. Yes, absolutely.
So, hey, congrats, Drew. Continue with what you do, man. We're proud of you. And
keep working.
We want to say also with that comes, and we need to catch up on this. Like you and I need to sit down.
Big time.
But it also comes with a hometown or green box photography. Man, my brain. Green box photography mini session for a sports mini session with you. So
yeah, and you get a signature from you and I on a piece
Yes,
of paper.
the signature is the biggest.
That's the biggest part of it.
I value that over 60,000 on eBay. Zach Scott. I mean, Zach, do you have 2 or 1? No, you have 2.
I think
You have 2.
Yeah, 2.
Don't sit here and be like, oh, I don't know.
I know it's a big deal. My bad. It's been a while.
Zach definitely got 1 for football, and I know you got 1 for basketball. So you've got 2. Yeah. And so, anyways,
signatures are already framed.
Are they?
That's exactly
I'm proud
right.
of you for not trying to sell them on eBay because that's what most athletes
They try to
do.
get rid of them.
Like, because you could pay for your whole college. Well, you're getting a scholarship, so you don't need it. So, all right. So, hey, real quick, I'm going to call, and I didn't pregame this with him, so I hope he's listening and watching.
He is. He saw my shirt.
He's already commented. So, we have our segment real quick. It's the 2-minute drill with Rick Burney, and he always shares some valuable words of wisdom with us. So, do we have Mr. Rick Burney on?
You do.
Oh, yeah. But what's up,
Rick?
Hey, Rick, we have Zach Bergman with us tonight.
Man, Zach, I've seen this kid since he was shorter than me.
Was that 2nd grade?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Because this dude's tall.
Yeah, it was. Of course, my son's the same age as he is. So, we've been around together a lot, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations, Zach.
Thank you. Colton and I have been getting that work in off season, so it's been good.
Rick, you know what I think?
You got to quit tearing those pockets off those sweatshirts.
Yeah, I tore his pocket off and got a big old scratch across the chest. So
I think this summer Zach and Colton should be working out with me and Ryan.
You know what's funny is we were lifting the other day, and I actually ripped my shirt because I was benching so much. It just like ripped in half.
Well, the bar bent so bad.
I mean, it's pretty crazy, Rick.
I bet that's right. I'm sure.
Well, man, we appreciate you. This is your time to give us our words of wisdom that we live by week after week. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to buy you this headband that I'm wearing right now. Can you see it?
Man, I could rock that OU upside down. That's for sure.
I'm going to get you something different then. What do you got for us this week, my brother?
You guys posted it, but that's that Najee Harris kid from Alabama. What a great thing when a kid is so appreciative of something that happened when he was little. And if for anybody that doesn't know, he went back to a homeless shelter in California where his family, him and his mom or something, and gave some kids some swag, I think, or everybody maybe, and then threw them a pizza party. And just, when you see a guy with his kind of success do that kind of stuff, that's what makes you love sports, man.
Yeah, and I saw another one too, and the guy was saying, I can't remember who it was. I wish I would have paid better attention, but he said when they asked him, "What are you feeling right now?" He said, "Mom, you're retired."
Yeah,
and she was a single mom that had raised this guy, and you know how expensive sports are because your son has played all his life, and I'm sure she scramped and saved to make her son, into what he was. And I always, man, it makes me just feel really warm and fuzzy when those guys do that stuff. I mean, they give back to where they come from.
Yeah. Well, and to see Zach sign with Missouri Southern, and then hear you guys talk about him, corn dog, hitting all these grand slams. And, Colton was on a baseball team with Zach, with Drew when he was 6, 7, so it just, it brings back a lot of memories. And these kids have worked really hard to get where they're at. And I just appreciate it. And not that other kids haven't. I just, I can appreciate it more when I know them, better.
Well,
some time around them.
You've watched these kids grow up. I mean, and so have I. I mean, to some degree, like COVID's been hard on me because I normally get to know like Alicia's class pretty well every year, and I haven't in 2 years gotten to know her class very well. But you watch these kids and they're third graders, and then all of a sudden you see them, start playing sports, and you're like, you remember them back to when they were just little kids. Is this going to be super emotional for you this year?
Me?
Nah.
Yeah. It's hard for me to get emotional about things.
Yeah, right.
But when I do, I kind of let it go. I just hope I have a voice left when it's all said and done. But anyway.
Can I give a quick Mr. Bernie shout out? My first memory of him?
You bet.
You do it.
Okay, so down at the Sparta Fields, been a little pre-whatever, Mighty Mites football. I got done with the game, and I remember I'm walking back. Colton and I were different teams, so I'm walking back around, and I see Mr. Bernie just ripping Colton. And I was like, I just remember looking at it, I was like, man, that is one hardcore dude.
Rick, I got to hear this rebuttal.
He was in second grade, Rick.
Second grade.
Come on, man.
Colton, you will not ride home. You will run behind my car.
Who knows, man? He might have missed a tackle or something, and no telling. But it was, man, we had a lot of fun, and those kids it was fun to be with them and watch them grow up. So,
you know what's going to be fun though? Like I'm so excited about this is like truly, because I always say, Lisha went to Missouri Southern. So I've not, but we always do Drury things. I'm excited because I am going to go watch Zach Bergman play at Missouri Southern. I'm going to make time to come up and watch Colton play wherever, me and you are going to road trip and we're going to have fun watching your son play. I love watching our kids at the next level.
Well, they just have earned it. They have, they put in the time and they really earned it. And, it's not, it doesn't come easy. Zach will tell you that. There's a lot of early mornings and later nights and, time when you probably want to be playing video games and you're lifting weights or you're doing one-on-one with each other, trying to get each other better. Like, these guys are doing that right now. Zach and Colton going against each other, on a football field right now, just trying to get ready and get better. And so, I just, I'm telling you, I appreciate the work that they put in.
I do too. And we've always said this too, is for the community. And, we interviewed Colton one time last year. I mean, he had the best game, one of the best games I've ever seen out of a corner. Was it Mount? No, it was Marshfield.
Marshfield at home.
Yeah, Marshfield. And dude, I mean, I know you were excited because you sit right in front of us as we're broadcasting, but I mean, we would not have won that game without him. 100%, we'd have lost that game. And when we go to interview these kids, like I guarantee you if it was me, I'd been like, yeah, I won that game. I did this, I did that. You never hear that. You always hear my team, us, this, our community. And that's what makes me proud.
Yeah. Yeah. And of course, I will tell you that's one thing that Colton's mother and I have always preached to him is, the team's important. And, that we said that with our daughters in band, that your spot on that field and in that performance is as valuable as any spot, and so it's about working together. It's not individual. Of course, individual people have to step up and do things, but it has to be a team effort, and families are a team effort. Zach, you guys can attest to that. Zach can attest to that, and it just is.
Yeah, that's what made our year for football that special this year, just because we were so close and just felt like a family.
Yeah.
What you really hope for is that sense or that camaraderie is going to carry through to the underclassmen. I mean, that's what you hope for.
And I think it will. I mean, I think
got a good.
I don't want to give away too much what we're going to talk about with Zach, but man, I'm so excited about the direction our sports are going. And 100%, like we're proud of our coaches. I'm not trying to say 100% we're proud of them. They create this environment.
That's right. It's from the top down.
But you got guys like Bergman and Bernie and all these seniors that are leaving a legacy of do better than what I did.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. I mean, and that's what you hope for is that, and I know that that's what the coaches are trying to get to is a culture of winning and being together.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Positive
So,
culture, yep.
Well, Rick, we appreciate you, man. We can't wait. Man, we're going to see you on the field here soon, and we're going to see you on Saturdays, cheering on for your son. What are you going to leave us with?
I'm going to leave you with love God and love your neighbor.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rick.
See you, buddy.
I love that guy.
He doesn't say
He just hung out. He's like, you know what, I'm done.
He doesn't say goodbye, though. No, we do. We appreciate. I mean, he is such a big fan, and it's not even when his son is playing.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you heard him in the basketball game.
Girls basketball games too, girls and boys.
It's everything that it's everything Rogersville, and we joke that dude bleeds maroon. You say we all do, but he does, and I'm proud to say he's my friend. So
Yes, sir.
All right, so we do not have graphics, and we're sorry. We don't have our computer set up here, but we do want to thank Dr. Kaiser, our sponsor.
Yeah, man.
Kaiser Chiropractic. I love
man.
it. Keep it up. So we normally run a commercial for him. We don't have that today.
It's really fancy.
It's really nice, but that dude will make you feel better in about 30 minutes.
And he'll get you straight.
He'll get you straight. So Dr. Kaiser Chiropractic, we thank you so much for your sponsorship.
Yes, sir.
We'll have your commercial back next week.
I'm gonna do everything I can to get that table done.
JC says, and I think she's talking about Rick Burney.
Yep.
JC Dishman, Coach Dishman's daughter, says he was my yelling partner sometimes. So.
That's great, man. That's awesome.
So I'm excited, man. So we're going to spend the rest of this time, and we've been talking about this for a while. We wanted to have Zach Bergman on the show, which is this young man sitting next to me, because he has been a big part of LR Sports for 4 years now. Yeah. And so thank you for joining us.
Hey, no problem. I enjoy it.
Were you excited? I mean, were you like, oh, my gosh, they want me on the show?
Oh, yeah.
For this
Sunday night, of course, yeah.
2-time. I mean,
I had fun last time, so why not do it again? Especially one last time with a little sad crying,
In all seriousness, though, like if you're being genuinely honest, like you have a good time when you come on here, right?
Yeah, no, you guys are awesome. Yeah.
And that's what we
want.
It's
like laid back atmosphere. It's not like it's uptight or anything, so I enjoy that.
I love the last time you were on because we had several of you guys on and we talked. We did a game.
And I won the game, by the way.
You did, didn't you?
You did win the game. That's right.
What'd you win? You win Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A gift card. Oh, yeah.
So, but we had asked their parents, questions about them. I have general questions for this young man. Ryan and I do. And we did not share these with him because I wanted it to kind of be a little bit honest, not something that's like scripted because one, you're an intelligent young man. You and your
Sometimes.
brother, you and Ethan, my goodness, you guys are geniuses.
Just look at this, Zach, as like preparation for when you're sitting in front of, the media after a big win in a national championship game.
National championship.
Preparation.
So I wanted to start off with a general question of what has your high school career in sports meant to you?
I mean, I feel like high school sports has built a lot of who I am today, and just like my friendships and everything, my coaches, and they just how the community aspect has came into my life is mainly because of sports and just the community, and I love it here. So it's sad to see it go, but no, it's been awesome, and it's built who I am today.
You made a comment after a basketball game, and it was against.
Don't start crying, John.
I did. I teared up when I talked about this on the last not because it's you, because but it is because of your mentality for what this community does. But you had played kickapoo, and it was a back and forth, and you guys, golly, it was such a great game. And you said after the game, "Did we let you down as a community?" And it was amazing that a high school athlete thinks about that. To me, what did you mean? I've got to ask you, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
We just, it's so hard because we go out there and, I mean, I'm not going to say what all went down in the locker room or anything, but we didn't want to disappoint because, that was the biggest, show we could have put on out there, and we wanted to do everything we could, and we didn't want to disappoint our fans because we wanted to put everything we had out there, and we just hope that that's what you guys saw from us.
Well, it shows on the court. I mean,
and
does. On the field.
Yep.
It's obvious.
Let me talk about this Kickapoo game just a second, because we did play-by-play for the girls, so I didn't see we watched a lot of your games, but we did, for the girls. You were up against three, right? Division I.
Probably 4 2B. That one, Cam, who's plays there, he's going to get D1. He has D1 offers already, but he's taking that gap year as well. So.
Okay, so 4 D1 offers. Yeah. We have one basketball D1 offer, right?
Yep.
And that's huge. I mean, playing at whatever division you play at is huge. But you're talking about a team that had 4 starters at D1, and you guys gave them every bit of what you could give them.
Oh yeah, I mean, and we love playing them. That game was something we wanted to do all year, and we got the opportunity. And I mean, I felt like we put out what we could do, and we showed them. We had a chance to even win that game, but I mean, obviously we didn't. But we did everything we could to win that game.
I don't remember what game it was, but it was. I'm looking over here at the executive producer. You got in foul trouble early, and I want to say it was later. Maybe it was in districts. You came out of the game early. And I'm not saying – I mean, our basketball team is full of talent. I mean, every one of them are amazing. I mean, you got Sutherland, who will take 50 charges a game. You got Goff, who's just in there producing. You got, Gibson, who's just stellar. JD, all of them are amazing. But when you're out of the game, and you're probably not going to agree with this, but when you're out of the game, there's a huge part missing from there. Like when I was watching the basketball game, you have so much heart when it comes to, and it is just apparent in the tempo of the game. When you're out, there's a huge piece missing. You are so competitive, and I don't know where my question is. But you're so competitive. But you had to come out of the game. Like when you're on the bench, how are you feeling?
I'm just anxious to get back in because I just want to do everything I can to win. But usually it depends. If it's early, then I'm usually thinking about what Coach Schaefer's going to say to me about foul trouble, because that's the one thing he got mad at me for getting in foul trouble and not shooting the ball enough. So that was one thing. I try not to foul, but it's so hard because I'm a football guy on the basketball
you're
court.
physical.
So yeah,
you are. Yeah.
And I feel like when you're a big guy on the basketball court and anybody hits you, they call foul. So
yeah. What I like to see is, and I tell Belle, I don't know where she's at, like if she's listening or not, but it's not about the scoring for me. One of my favorite players ever is Dennis Rodman. Now, not on his personal life. I think he's a little bit strange, but like in his basketball, no one worked harder than Dennis Rodman. Yeah. And there was something that came out the other day, and it was talking about the biggest games of his life. He scored no points.
Yeah.
But he had like 20, 30
tons of rebounds.
So that and you scored a lot. I'm not saying you didn't score a lot, but that was you. I mean, you were a beast underneath. I mean, you battled huge dudes. Do you enjoy that?
I'd say rebounding is probably one of maybe my favorite thing about the game. I love it. Obviously it looks past, but you guys see it. Like people who value that stuff totally see it. And I love just timing to get up for the ball. And I felt like I was really good at that. And I just enjoy getting up there and getting the ball over other guys who could be more athletic than me. It takes heart to get up there. So. And
with rebounding, it's usually a lot of working before it even gets to the rim. That's where you got to do your work early.
No, and that's why my team relied on me to get the rebounds. So, I had to do it.
I think that's what John's talking about. And then when your presence is not on the floor, it's obvious and evident that some of that stuff's lacking.
Well, no, thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, you go back to the O-line, right? I mean, you're the quarterback. I mean, Baker Mayfield, all the credit in the world because he's the best quarterback ever.
Yes.
All the credit in the world, right, for Baker Mayfield. But you forget that you've got these 300-pound guys. Golly. You got these 300-pound guys up there giving you that 5 seconds to make that pass.
Yeah.
That's what I view those guys down underneath the basket. We're not even talking about football yet. I'm excited to talk about that. So, but man, it was fun watching you guys play, and especially watching you. Just like I said, that heart part of it. So.
No, thanks. I appreciate it. I'm glad it doesn't go unnoticed. So
yeah,
no, it doesn't.
I'm gonna go to. Do you have a question? Jump in there. Okay. And this is a silly question. What's in your pregame playlist?
So I was actually blessed to get on the aux for my sophomore, junior, and senior year for our team. But I'm an Eminem guy. So for you guys,
so he likes to collapse.
For you guys, yeah, Eminem, that's perfect. But then sometimes my teammates are like, "Come on, man," because I mean they don't rock with Eminem I do.
Are they saying that's old man music?
Yeah, I mean, and like I don't know. So I mean, sometimes you get the new stuff like Pop Smoke and everything.
I don't even know what
exactly.
that is.
You guys don't know who that is.
I do know who that is. Bergman. Like I'm not old,
Hey,
but
do you know they passed away then? Pop Smoke.
Do I know that? I guarantee you.
He doesn't.
Yes,
know
I
that.
do.
I don't think you knew it, but no, I mean, lately I just had to create a good classics playlist for myself. And
Classics.
Yeah, well, you guys don't think it's classic, but I got like Dr. Dre. And
Dre was classic when I was a kid. Like, I mean, he was way before me, but like, so did your dad rock out to Dre too?
So my dad got me hooked to Eminem probably when I was a little too young, but I know my mom, I would always be in the car with my mom and my dad, and my mom would always make up lyrics. Like, you know how Eminem works. So my mom would always like say he's saying something differently than he's actually saying. My dad got me hooked on Eminem, and then I played it so much, so I kind of got rid of it from him.
So Big John Bergman likes Eminem?
Oh, he loved Eminem, but now I played it so much he doesn't like it as much anymore, so it makes me mad.
So here's the thing. Like, he says that the classics are like Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, but do you ever hear of any of these new guys? Like, they're not like, oh man, that guy's great. But everybody before us, they know who Dr. Dre is and who Snoop Dogg is.
And Eminem.
And Eminem.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Well, I'm glad to know Big John Bergman, that's what I like to call him, is an Eminem fan.
Don't get me wrong, he listens to plenty of rock music.
Rick Burney wants to know if Eminem is the candy.
I mean, it is, but I mean, Eminem's Eminem, so that's my guy right there, Slim Shady.
Slim Shady. Oh my gosh, this is great. It's so good to know like these kids. Yeah. Like, I'm proud of you for listening to the classics.
Be proud of Big John Bergman.
Big John Bergman. Hey, you're raising this kid right.
That's great. That is great.
So I want to go back to real quick, sophomore year playing football.
Yep.
And I'm lost at words. You signed at Tennessee, who for baseball. Reed Metz gets knocked out of the game. Old Zach Bergman comes in. You're a sophomore at that point.
Sophomore, yeah. So,
and you lead our team as quarterback for that season, and that's really, to me, where your legacy just really started.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that built me as a person a lot. Well, I walked in there. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, but I've watched film on that and everything, and I was about 155 to 165 pounds. My arms looked like twigs.
Yes. No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just saying.
No, I laughed at myself. I was totally, completely different person. I was playing safety then, and I got put in that quarterback position. I mean, I didn't feel like I was scared, but I probably looked like it. And I mean, I did what I could, but it wasn't what I wanted. But that built me a lot as a person. So,
well, I was going to say something completely different. I was going to say, so we talked about this last week on the show. Freshman to senior is night and day.
It's a big jump.
Big jump.
I agree.
You as a sophomore coming in, and they're all of a sudden, Coach Talbert saying, here you go, here's the ball, you're in control. You didn't look scared to me. Now, you may have felt that way. I mean, I'm sure you did. I couldn't imagine not.
I can't even remember, but
you didn't look scared. You looked like you had control. You looked like you were smaller.
Yeah, I was very small.
It was funny because I ran into this kid. So you played sophomore quarterback. I don't think I saw you again because we didn't really do more sports, back then. I ran into you at Come and Go. And I called your dad, and I'm like, holy cow. I was like, Zach's huge. And he's like, yeah, he put on 30 pounds of muscle.
No, I mean, that's the thing. Like, Coach Talbert came in, and he preached get in the weight room. My sophomore year, that's all I did. After basketball season, I stayed in the weight room, and I gained probably about 30 pounds. And, I mean, it helped a lot, obviously.
Yeah, sure.
Were we your motivation?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, completely.
I think so.
I know, but I mean, yeah, little guy back then. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Even back then, like in my sophomore year, I just didn't feel that same team, like how close I was with the guys I was this year. And I feel like they just played I didn't even realize that was such a big deal at football. I always thought like talent and skill. And then I got to my senior year, and I realized how much importance like the team aspect is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't want to say, I mean, because I didn't honestly, we did the chains.
Yeah.
So we're
the actual chain game.
The actual chain game. That's where the show got the name. But I remember you going in. But this season to me was one of the most fun, not because you guys did well, because you did do well. You won conference, which we haven't won since.
It's a long time.
State championship, or I think state championship game.
It was before that.
Was it before
Yeah,
that?
it was like
then
2004, I want to say.
Wow, I didn't even know that. So
yeah, we haven't won a conference championship since 2004. You guys won it this year. It wasn't about that for me, though. It was more about watching you guys off the field and you know what I'm saying? I mean, like the closeness that you guys had. And Talbert making those crazy videos of like.
Oh, yeah. We love those. I love watching those and everything. And oh, yeah.
Hey, Zach, talk a little bit about, so your sophomore year was Coach Talbert's first season,
year,
right?
Yep.
Here at ROG. Talk a little bit about like when he came in and just from your perspective as a player, it just – his approach to culture and team, and you've already talked about he's preaching getting in the weight room. Could you maybe talk a little bit about maybe what you might remember from your freshman year and then the difference you saw?
Yeah, no, completely. So my freshman year, there was a lot of sitting down, and like I was sitting down on reps and stuff because I didn't play, like I sat varsity and did a little bit, but not too much my freshman year. So I just remember being there. There was a lot of sitting going on, and here comes Coach Talbert, all energized, like so ready to go, and. I mean, I was sad at first because I had such a good relationship with Coach Smith because I grew up all my life just being around him and everything. It was out of nowhere. And I was like, I had a good relationship. You don't know what that's going to do to your playing time or anything. And Coach Talbot comes in, and I'm like, he's a big old intimidating guy at first. Yeah. But you get to know him, and he's one of the best guys you've ever met. And he's just such a funny but energetic and hardcore guy. And he just preached like how much we need to be together. And like he got us on practices. We're playing music. He's playing his AC/DC that he always likes.
Heard it. It's loud.
Oh, yeah, he jams the AC/DC, and he's screaming, but it's a good scream, and he's just getting us going. So, and then ever since, I mean, the progression I've seen in these kids, like, I wish I could have had him since middle school because I can't imagine what I'd be today because those kids are freshmen lifting in the weight room just looking jacked, and I'd never looked that way as a freshman. So he's done a lot.
Yeah, and if you don't care to just keep expounding on it a little bit, like his assistants, and I only say this because yesterday – we went out and watched the Queen City game.
Queen City, I wish I could have been
there.
And
so, and people, they may not even know this, but we've got three, I think I'm right, we have three of our high school assistant coaches play semi-pro 8-man football, and they are men. And so I just talk a little bit about like how their coaching is. I mean, they seem to be pretty young and probably relatable, but I don't know. So maybe talk a little bit about them and maybe your position coach.
Yeah, no, I have no doubt that we have the best coaching staff, and I wouldn't change any of those guys. I loved every coach that I've ever had in high school, but these guys that last year were so special. And yeah, so you have Coach Rush, Coach Ivy, and Coach Bruffett.
By the way, I don't care. Nobody's faster than Rush.
Oh, he's a stud. I mean,
that guy runs probably a 4.3, 4.4.
He's a stud, but imagine we'd have practices where we'd have to go out and tackle him and
good
Ivy.
Luck.
And it was brutal, but we always talk our trash because, I mean, those guys, I mean, knew how to – they were in my shoes at one point, so they built how I was. But so Coach Rush was my D-backs coach. I mean, just who I couldn't ask for anyone better because he's – I mean, you guys, like you said, he's a stud. And then Coach Ivy did some work with me running back, and he's also –
now, the last name is Daniel. I'm trying to remember his –
Coach Daniels?
Yeah, that dude is huge.
He's huge. Oh, and he has the I mean, it's hard to say, but he on the field, he's a hardcore coach, but off the field, him and I go fishing. We jam out to Young Gravy. I don't know if you know what that is. And stuff. We were jamming out to music and everything. Coach Daniels and I were fishing and just talking. But off the field, these guys are amazing. On the field, I mean, you have to do what a coach does, but they care about us, especially. But I love our coaching staff.
You can't leave out camp.
Oh, Coach Bruff, yeah. So even Coach Bruff, like I get done with, like I'm done. I'm never gonna play for him again. And on Friday, he's out on the field working linebacker drills with me, and he's going as hard as he could just to help me out in the future. And he's an awesome guy.
So he played professional.
He did
indoor football,
and he had an opportunity.
Professional.
He like
in Canada, right?
In Pittsburgh. Looked at him. Pittsburgh Steelers looked at him in the draft. So he's taught me a lot because I've had him as a quarterback.
I don't think a lot of
everything else.
I asked all those questions, and I'm really glad that you talked about it because I don't know, but I don't think people realize the caliber of coaches that are in Rogersville at this very moment.
Yeah, and then also we had Coach Bratton, who's a Missouri State guy, who's a stud, and unfortunately he's going to go to Marshfield. But we have 3 Missouri State guys, and then Coach Bruffett, Evangel guy, pro guy, and our coaching staff is loaded. So
it's amazing.
Hey, I want to talk real quick because we're running out of time here. But
it's our show, John.
It's our show. We can do whatever we want. But
That's
I
right.
try to keep it an hour.
It's our show.
So this year, quarantine, you missed 2 games, right? 2 games. Yeah. And you came back. Reed's Spring, I think, was your first game back.
I think it was Reed Springs.
And you were calling the game with me because Reed's wouldn't let us be in the booth. Like what was it? You can only have one person in the booth.
Yeah.
So we had 3 announcers, me, Ryan, and Stevie, and then Alicia was filming. And so she was the only one in the booth. We were standing outside. The booths here were down.
It's freezing.
You come back, and I remember watching you come on the field, and it was like, I'm ready. Like you were almost mad because you missed 2 games for quarantine. But you put on one of the biggest hits I've ever seen someone put on, to the point where I thought pieces of helmet were going to fly up in the stands and hit me.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? You called it.
So, yeah, that was, in my opinion, the best hit of the game. But I missed who was the other? There was another one.
Yeah, Tristan Voss.
Voss. Yeah,
Voss
he
had
tackled the
I
backup.
I
missed that one.
I missed that one too, but
you that was their starting quarterback.
Yeah.
And you waylaid him. He had to come out of the game. And I know you weren't trying to hurt him by any means.
No.
It's just it is what it is for the game. But you got up, and I don't know. Like, I didn't know if you were getting up. Hold on.
See, everybody remembers that was there. That was insane.
Yeah. Okay. So Bernie says that was the biggest Zach hit, and then Brandon Pringer says best of the year.
I that play was slow motion to me because I remember it was a 4th down and they were on like the 40-yard or their 40-yard line. So it was a huge play in the game, right at the beginning of the game. And I remember I dropped back in coverage with the bootleg pass, and then this quarterback runs. We talk about who's their guys, and that guy was one of their guys. And I just came down as hard as I can, and we met.
Yeah, you can say we met. We met. That needs to go on a shirt.
Hey, sir, we just met. I love that. And then we met. Yeah. But I heard. We were. Reed's has a good stadium, and we were way up top.
Yep.
And I heard just helmet to helmet, not helmet to helmet, but like pads on pads, whatever. And we were like, I was concerned that you weren't going to get up because
violent, man.
But holy cow! So in that same game, though, Tristan. So there's 3 defensive plays that I think make the year.
One of them was Bernie.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. Colton Bernie saved the game, and I don't remember what game that was, but he came out of nowhere.
At the goal
Hollister.
line. Yeah,
Hollister.
Line.
Colton Bernie, 2-point conversion. Hollister is going for it to tie it up or go up by 1. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was.
And I'm sitting there thinking, crap, they got it. And then this flash of lightning comes out and just like waylays this guy, and he doesn't get in. And then the Tristan Voss hit in that Reed's game.
I wish I would have seen it.
You guys were, oh my gosh, that was amazing.
I got to know, do we got anybody coming up behind you guys that are that violent? I hope we do.
Because we like that.
Because that is awesome stuff.
We had a pretty violent senior group, but we'll have guys. Carson should do a lot. And then, you'll have all those.
Who's that freshman that we talked about a little
Cameron
bit?
Knuckles, probably?
Yes, and then, there was another guy. He just came on in the Kansas game. When we went to Girard, Kansas.
Okay, Girard. There's Garrett. There's
Garrett White. Yeah,
Garrett White.
Oh, Gavin White. Gavin White.
Okay, Gavin White. Sorry.
And then there's another guy. He might be a sophomore. I don't think he was a freshman.
Garrett. Are you the lineman?
Yeah, 67.
There's Noah Carroll. Noah.
Noah's good. Yeah, I know
Noah. Davin, AG, Joey Anderson.
Joey Anderson.
That's it.
What I'm talking
Big Joe. Big Joe lifts with me all the time. We talk our trash to each other, but it's a loving way.
And when we interviewed him after the game, I expected him to be like this big, rough, tough guy, and he's like,
a sweetheart.
"Yes, sir. No, sir." Such awesome. A nice guy.
No, and that's like you guys said. Line is super important. That's why I have so much confidence in us coming back next year. We have a great line.
We're bigger, right?
We're losing Tristan, but everybody else returns, and I'm excited to see what they're going to be able to do because a lot of other teams graduated really good seniors.
I think back to like when Coach Talbert got here, we were really small and we didn't really have a whole lot of numbers. And it's crazy to think, and I don't know if maybe that's him recruiting kids in the school. I don't know how it happens, but we just look a lot bigger now.
Yeah, like he made it seem like we were having a good time out there on the field, and it made us want to recruit guys. I mean, we just had guys come out. Like this year was awesome, and we had so many guys like Addy, Tanner, all those guys coming out and playing that never have before.
Yeah,
they were
amazing.
I mean, Addy, I called his name 8 million times, and it was always like, oh gosh, we have to have a first down, and okay, Addy Miller.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to ask one more question, and then we're gonna move on to our top 5 real quick, unless Ryan has another question. But going to play Missouri Southern.
Yep.
What are your feelings?
No, I'm super excited. It was a topic in my head, like, what do I want to do? Because this year's been just terrible recruiting wise, because everybody gets another year eligibility, and it's stressful. It's one of the most stressful processes I've ever gone through. The Missouri Southern came out, and they watched 3 of my games. So the first game was that Syndicate game, and they came and watched 2 other games of mine, and they're in the back of the end zone, yelling for me, cheering for. I could hear them giving me advice in the best way possible. And they're at my games. They're coming to my basketball games. They're recruiting me as hard as they can. They just acted like they really wanted me. So. That's what got me.
It's a big time place now. It used to be a college when Alicia went to school there. So, but now it's a huge university.
Yeah, it is.
I always give her a hard time.
But
I want to wrap up the questions with this, unless you have another one. So I don't mean to.
Well, and then another thing there though, they're in a rebuilding process, and I feel like I came into that at Rogersville, so I feel like it's gonna be the same situation. Who knows how good it'll be their first year, but I'd love to hopefully make it grow and get it to where we like we did on my senior year, and just hopefully rebuild and make it a better place than when I came.
We'll be there.
I love it.
Will we not? I mean, we're excited to watch
only
you.
like an hour away, so
it's not
by.
And Billy Sims, like if you got time, we're going to take you to Billy Sims barbecue after a game one time.
All right, sounds good.
Oh my, you're going to love it. Billy Sims is a Heisman quarterback or running back for Oklahoma. He started his own barbecue. They're not a show sponsor yet, but
soon to be.
You are top notch on the field, on the court, on
you.
everything you do. You're top notch outside of that.
Thank you.
You're going to be sorely missed. What would you say to your fans in this community right now as you're about to graduate and head on to do bigger and better things?
I mean, I'd say I don't have the words to describe how extremely grateful I am for everybody. I mean, like, even just think, I think about it all the time, how I'm never going to be able to, like, perform for these guys again. And I mean, I get a little teary-eyed right now even thinking about it, but I'm just so thankful for everybody who's been.
Could you flunk and come back?
Right, take another little gap year. I know
it's a COVID year.
We'd love to have you, man. So proud of you and your brother and your family. You guys are great people. We've known you forever.
Hey Zach, what are you gonna major in?
So, I've been all over the place. I love marine biology, but that's pretty hard when you're in Missouri.
Yeah.
So I might try to go into some type of biology or even teaching, nursing. We'll see. I'm taking a lot of gen eds right now. I'm just figuring it out.
Yep, you got time.
Yep, exactly.
It's awesome.
Bernie wants us to remember to mention Wildcat
I've heard about that.
Football Academy. We are part of that.
Yeah.
And we are having a big fundraiser in August. It's going to be a barn dance and pig roast.
Yeah, baby.
And I'm going to ask Alicia to share that to our comments off the you can share that to the Wildcat or from the Wildcat Football Academy. Tickets are on sale now.
I'm ready.
And what we're doing is we're trying to raise money to keep football costs low for everyone, so everyone has an opportunity to play.
We don't want any kids not being able to play because of money.
We want people as violent as
yes.
Zach here. So, but she's going to try to share that. Guys, go get your football ticket or go get these tickets now, because honestly, there is a limited number
due to the venue we're going to be attending.
And you and I will be there.
I will be there.
I'll
have my cowboy boots on.
I will have my cowboy boots on.
My Pearl Snap shirt on.
I will
coming into Eminem.
Well, Zach, we asked you to help us with. Real quick, hey, we want to thank our sponsor, Rogersville Pharmacy.
He's my drug dealer.
He's our drug dealer.
Man, I gotta go pick up.
He's your drug dealer?
Oh, yeah.
I gotta go get a script from him, man.
Yeah. Not right now, you don't.
No, he's closed.
You use him too?
Yes, yeah, of course.
Everyone uses Jim because he's amazing.
And I want shakes.
You're never getting it.
Back.
Sorry. It's not happening. I don't think he's...
Is it top 5 time?
It is top 5 time, and we always bring on Little B for our top 5.
Little B.
She's a big fan of yours. So
hey, thank you.
She's a little nervous.
She's big fan of yours too.
She's blushing.
So our top 5 this week is top 5 teams you don't like.
Hey, well, never mind.
Go ahead.
I'll save it for another day. I was just saying, we've got people watching this show out in Willard. I saw one of my old acquaintances.
Out in Willard?
Willard. And he's like, hey, man, I love watching y'all.
Yeah,
on
man.
your show.
Yeah, man.
I said, yeah, man.
Damn, B. All right. Do you need me to scoot over?
So are we doing this in a certain order?
All right. So we will start with you, Zach. Start at number 5. You give us who your number 5 is, and then we'll move down the row.
Yeah, and
He'll
I'll
get
come back
5 and
before.
4, and we'll come back.
So my least hated of most hated teams.
Least.
Least most hated.
I'm gonna go with the current LA Lakers.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah,
excellent
I
point.
don't like these stacked teams and everything. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm not the biggest LeBron James fan. So
That's really the only reason they're on my list. Is because
If you would have watched the show last week, you'd realize I'm no longer a LeBron James fan. So my number 5 is Florida. And honestly, before the bowl games, I would not have picked Florida. I thought Florida, I don't like SEC teams other than Arkansas, but I would. Florida made such an excuse after Oklahoma annihilated them. You had 3 players missing that were good. And you made an excuse after Oklahoma annihilated you in a bowl game, and your quarterback, who was supposed to be awesome, we destroyed. Quit making excuses. Play the game. If you don't like it, move on. Don't play. So Florida, I don't longer like you.
Okay, I like that. That's a solid pick.
Here, I don't know if that's on.
It's not.
My number 5 is the Patriots.
Ooh, the Pats.
Nice. Well
I
done.
like that pick.
So I'm going to call an audible right here. I have New England on my number 5, but after listening to your rant about Florida, mine is TCU because TCU was so scared they did not even play Arkansas in their bowl game
I get
because
that.
they're scared.
I love it.
So now number 5 is the Horned Frogs instead of the Patriots. They're at 5B.
Who's your 4?
My number 4 is the Chicago Cubs. I can't stand them.
Okay. No reason.
That's all I got to say.
Just can't stand them.
Don't like 'em.
B, who's your 4?
I agree with Ryan, the Cubs.
Nice.
Wow, she chooses the Cubs. Is that just because you're a St. Louis fan?
Yes.
Okay. My number 4, and
Just let it go, man.
I get so mad.
Just let it
Ohio
go.
State. I wish I could put you. I wish I could put you number 1. But Ohio State is that team every year that like, oh, we're so good. You play in the Big Ten. That's why you're good. The Big Ten's not great. This is a family show. They're not great. Ohio State, I do not like you. You're not good. When the last time we played you, we destroyed you.
That's good.
Sorry.
No, you did good.
I have more, but I'm.
No, you did good.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I don't have it on my list, but next up for me is number 4 is the Patriots as well.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Nobody likes the Patriots. Like,
It's because they're cheaters.
yeah.
Cheaters.
Historically.
Who do you got at 3?
I'm gonna go with the '80s, '90s Pistons.
Oh, no. I would disagree with you.
Oh,
B.
I love
like
them.
that.
Okay, no, listen. I got a love-hate relationship, but I'm one of the biggest Michael Jordan fans ever.
Okay,
So
I get that.
I
So
get that.
I've watched those documentaries and everything, and like I see it from the perspective of the Bulls. So
Sure.
it makes me mad. But I think they're. An awesome
I get
team.
what you're
Yeah.
saying. I like them because, and it's not I like them. I like that era of basketball.
Yeah, no,
you
agreed.
remind me of that. There was a guy that I thought you were gonna.
It was Lambeer.
No, you were. I thought you two were gonna like fist fight, and you're classier than that. But oh my gosh, you play like that. Those teams back then.
Thank you.
Not this pansy. I'm gonna flop on the floor and cry, LeBron James.
I agree.
Did you give your 3?
Yeah, I give it
Okay.
3.
My number 3, and you're probably gonna be shocked that it's this low on here, but Texas, I just hate you. Like
All the way down at 3?
yeah, and just because you're not great, you're not great. So
This is,
Coach Talbot would be disappointed.
he likes Baylor.
He is Bailey. Yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
I'm not. Baylor didn't
That's-
make my list.
That's true.
Who do you got at 3, B?
I'm disappointed in you. Notre Dame.
oh, nice.
That's good.
Is it solely because of Rudy? Yes.
Man, this girl makes me want to cry. I love her so much.
So proud. So my number 3 is this current era LA Lakers. Simply because I can't stand LeBron James.
I'm with you.
I wish he'd just shut up and play
And like
basketball.
Anthony Davis never even plays, and
Yeah.
my guy Roy Hachimura. I don't know if you saw that highlight the other day of first game back dunked on Anthony Davis. It was pretty sweet. So
Good.
Gonzaga guy.
I love it. My number 2, it's going to be kind of weird. China.
Like as a whole, or
Yeah, just as a whole.
I know. Like,
China.
relate that
And
to
their,
sports.
and their Olympic teams.
Okay.
We know the reason you guys
Like
aren't
their
on
skiing
ESPN now.
stuff, the running, just everything Anybody that
Like what's
anybody that competes for China.
but like what's the reasoning?
I just don't like them. You asked me my least. I don't like them.
Okay. What do you got?
I don't like what they stand for. No.
Okay.
That's
Their
it.
fault for COVID.
Oh, see, thank you,
I
Lucy.
don't teach her this stuff. Like, did I teach you that? Okay. Like,
So are you on board with my pick of China? Okay.
oh my gosh. So are you done?
I'm done.
What's your 2B?
Anything China?
Alabama.
Bama. Yeah. I didn't make my list, but I agree with you. I don't. Mine is Switzerland.
Neutral.
I'm just kidding. Like, so my number 2 is Oklahoma State. And here's the thing: is like I don't even know why I have them on my list because
They're not even.
you're
really
not even
a rivalry.
relevant. I
Yeah.
mean, in 100 and some games that we've played you in, you've won 18. Like you always talk all like, oh, Oklahoma State's back. You're never back. Oklahoma State, you're number 2, but I don't know why.
Number 2, Florida State. I mean, Miami guy, so of course Florida State. Those are the best games ever. Now Florida State's kind of looking rough, so I'm on board with that.
Yeah, I get that. Being a Miami guy, you'd have to not like Florida
Yeah.
State.
Yeah. I mean, you want one now?
Yeah, let's hear
let's
your
hear
one.
number 1.
Hey, Notre Dame as well.
Oh,
nice.
we love it. Is it for you? Is it because Rudy's a cheater?
I mean, we can go with that, or those documents that you got the
The convicts, the Catholics.
that gets me fired up.
That was honestly one of the best moments in college football. For me,
yeah,
though.
it's awesome, but no, that gets me fired up. So yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go with my number 1. My number 1 also happens to be Texas.
Oh,
Yeah, I list them twice
they made it
because
on there twice,
Yeah, because
okay.
I hate you that bad. If I just man, I don't like you. You're weak. You know, my biggest thing, and the reason they made it twice is because the players can no longer do the horns down because it's
is that like a penalty?
Tom Herman, which is no longer their coach, but
he's at Houston, right?
Yeah, he made a big deal about it, and so the refs are like, if you do horns down, it's a penalty.
That's so stupid.
It's the dumbest thing ever.
What a baby, right?
Like horns down, like we've been doing just like they call us land thieves. We've been saying horns down for since I was born. That's my number 1.
All right, my number 1 is Texas
Yeah.
because that orange is ugly.
And Arkansas is going to stomp you,
Yeah,
and then you're
week
going to
2.
stomped by Oklahoma a few weeks later.
That's right, baby.
All right, B, who's your number 1 most hated team?
I mean, do I really have to say it? Texas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No love. Well, hey, we are running a little bit over. It's our show. We don't care because
It's our show.
we had a very special guest with us, Zach Bergman, today, and
Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah,
we
man.
really
no problem.
appreciate you
I appreciate you guys. It's
taking
awesome.
some time and
I like the studio too.
Well,
you wait till we
ours
get
is
this
next
other
door.
one.
I know. I've been there, but I like it. I like
ours
it.
will be
It's gonna
different.
be legit.
Hey, we're huge fans. We've been huge fans.
We'll be
We're going to
following your
continue
story, dude.
to be huge fans.
I'm huge fans of you guys. So.
Well, we appreciate that. So, guys, we want to thank Greenbox Photography, Hometown Furniture,
Drug dealer of choice.
Kingdom Fitness 417,
Yes.
Kaiser Chiropractic, and Rogersville Pharmacy for being our sponsors.
Man.
And
Thanks to all those guys.
Want to thank Zach once again for being on here.
Thanks to the fans.
Yep.
for
We'll
watching.
see you guys next week.
See y'all.